it's November 2nd. I thought I would do kind of a video series this month that is geared towards how I plan for Thanksgiving. So menu planning, house cleaning schedule, that kind of thing. So I just thought it might provide some motivation, or, well, I'm hoping it will go both ways. This will motivate me to keep on task, and it will also be something kind of fun that you can follow along, and if you're hosting Thanksgiving or Christmas or whatever. So anyways, I've hosted Thanksgiving or Christmas every year since we've been married, and we've been married 12 years. So, you know, you pick up a few tips along the way and a few more serving utensils and that kind of thing along the way. So I thought I'd just kind of share that with you guys. It's about 9 o'clock and we start school about now, so I'm just finishing up. I'm browning some hamburger. It's almost done here. I love to have hamburger. Whoops, there we go. I love to have hamburger in the freezer so I can just pull it out. So I just brown like a pound usually at a time. And I can sprinkle it on pizza or put it in with our spaghetti or whatever. And then I also just had some leftover bananas, so I'm throwing those in the freezer as well. And we add those to our smoothies all the time. And I have my coffee smoothie that I told you guys about in the Vlogtober that I did. And I put some extra coffee in it this morning. Time change and all. And then, let's see, I think that's about it. I'm just finishing up a few dishes, and then we are going to go down and start school, but I will be back with some Thanksgiving menu planning tips here in a second. Hey guys, I wanted to show you how I plan my Thanksgiving. So I always go online, and I will link below my Pinterest page where I have all of these printables, but I always go online and find a fun little cute printable that somebody has made and lets me print for free, which is awesome. And once I print that out, then I usually go, I actually have one saved from a couple of years ago that I looked at with my sister. She came over the other night, and we planned out the menu together. What I've done in the past is I've actually three-way called with my mom and my sister, because we're the ones who bring the food and get it organized and everything. And so we've basically got it down to a science now, but my sister and I went through the menu and kind of decided what she wanted to bring, what I would bring, whoever hosts does the turkey, and then we just tell my mom what to bring. She usually doesn't mind that. And so anyways, this is just kind of what I start with to plan my Thanksgiving menu. And then, like I said, I always save, like I'll save this one for next year or the year after. Usually my sister and I do every, like she'll do 1 year, I'll do the next year. So this will be saved for 2 years from now. And then there's also another schedule that came with it that kind of is for the day of. So I thought that was kind of fun. I might use that, I'm not sure. And then actually skipping over here, I have this printed out from a couple of years ago as well, and it kind of just is a Thanksgiving timeline, and it tells you all sorts of handy reminders, even like clean as you go and that kind of a thing. So that's kind of nice to have. And again, I will make sure I have this printable somewhere that in the box below so you guys can have it. Oh, and then moving on up here, this looks like it actually got some food on it. Awesome. This is also from a couple years ago, but I just kind of put the layout, like how many people would fit at my table. I had a kid table, how I was going to lay out the food, kind of the flow of everything. So that was just kind of, it helped me think through everything so I didn't forget anything. And then I actually had this that I printed out. It was a little banner that went by the kid table, and it just says Thanksgiving. I put it on, I think, a ribbon. I had laminated it so I could keep it. So I just keep these in a folder downstairs by my desk, so I have it from year to year. And then this is definitely dependent on the type of family that you have, but we did a Thanksgiving skit a couple of years ago, and it was actually really, really fun. And so, yeah, I just kept this because I thought it would be kind of fun to maybe do again in a couple of years when the kids are a little older. So they had fun doing it. It's very, very easy. They just kind of say the same words over and over, but that was kind of fun to do. So I had highlighted the different people, the different characters and things. So dependent on your family, you might want something like that, maybe not. And then I had a couple of printouts for the kids to do while they're waiting for the food and all of that. And then I put this in my cleaning notebook. And so what my plan is, kind of what my videos are going to be about, is kind of what I'm doing, you know, as far as this menu schedule goes, like when I'm buying things and that kind of thing. I'll probably do some grocery hauls when I get stuff. And then I am going to try and go through, I have 6 zones for my house, and this is adapted from Fly Lady, and I'll link her below as well. But I've just, you know, adapted it to my own house and how and what kind of zones or rooms or, you know, whatever I have. So I'm going to actually try and get through all 6 of these zones before Thanksgiving. Obviously, I'm not going to do every single thing on here, but I'm just going to go through and try and hit the major ones because I have been really lax lately about my zone cleaning, so it probably all needs to be done. So yeah, that is kind of how I start out planning for Thanksgiving and just kind of prepping and getting ready for the holidays. And so whether you're planning Thanksgiving or Christmas or whatever you're doing, it's just nice to think ahead, think through who is bringing what. I always write how many adults and kids, you know, we're going to have, so I know how many I'm planning for, that kind of thing. And just seeing what I can make ahead, buy ahead, that kind of thing, kind of, you know, even out my grocery list so I'm not like buying everything the last minute. And I'm going to be doing some, I'm going to have my parents staying with me for the week before Thanksgiving, so I have to do, you know, some guest room prep and that kind of thing. So anyways, that is kind of my Thanksgiving layout, and I just kind of keep it from year to year, and I make new printables for the kids and that kind of thing. So yeah. That's basically it. That's how I get started.